Hey, what's going on, everybody? This is John J. Gaiman on the mic, coming at you guys with another episode of the ACSA Dynasty here on Maximum Football 2020. And we continue opening week here in Season 2, starting off with the Treytown Lions of the Midwest Conference, taking on the Southern New Mexico Cougars, who did go to the California Classic Bowl in Season 1. So it should be a good set of games for you guys here today. Make sure you smash that like button as well as hit subscribe for me down below if you happen to be brand new to the channel. And like what you see down below. Well, that being said, let's go ahead and get into this game action some more as we start things off with a great, drive going on for Southern New Mexico right now. Now we got 2nd and 4. Jackson carrying it to the outside and easily picking up the first down for the Cougars as they're on the move now, sitting on the 40-yard line. Lewis dropping back the pass, throw it over the middle to Newhouse. If Newhouse didn't have to do that little stutter step, that man could have gone much more yardage, but instead it's going to be a 3rd and short, and it doesn't even matter. Alred going to get the first score on the board for the Cougars, and Southern New Mexico going to get on the board first here, the number 5 team in the nation, doing what they should be doing here. Although after that, seems like Treytown really calmed down a little bit. It's still only 7-0 as we get midway through the second quarter. So these Lions, man, at least defensively, they came to play. But to beat the number 5 team in the nation, you have to be able to put some more points on the board. As we got 3rd and 5 coming up here. Thomas going to go ahead, run up the middle. Going to easily pick up some good yardage as well. First down for the Lions. As Treytown is on the move with a 1st and 10 coming up. Thomas dropping back again, trying to throw it over the middle, but it's going to be intercepted off the tip. Gorgon making a play on the ball off of the deflection. And it gives an extra possession to Southern New Mexico. And that is exactly what you do not want to see. You cannot turn the football over. If you want to win this game, you got to play a pretty good game. Although that's going to help him right there. An interception right back for the Lions. So now each team has 1 turnover, but the score still remaining the same, though. It still remains at 7-0 in favor of Southern New Mexico. As now we got 2nd and 5 now. Jackson carrying it to the outside. Somehow is flipped onto the first down marker. The refs are going to give that to him. And a fresh set of downs ensues for Southern New Mexico as they try to throw over the middle now. Incomplete pass. So now here we go. 2nd and 10. Lewis dropping back the pass. Throwing over the middle to Seafelt, who's going to be able to make the catch in traffic right there. Another first down for the Cougars. It's now 1st and 10. Jackson onto the outside. He's got some space to work with. One man to beat. He's gone. Touchdown, Southern New Mexico. And the Cougars are going to go ahead and double up this lead right here. Now sitting at 14-0. And if you're Treytown, all you're trying to do is just get into this locker room while still a reasonable deficit. We got about 1 minute 30 left here in this first half. He's got to hang on tight. This is a big drive for Treytown as Lewis gets loose again. Quarterback sneak right up the middle. No one's going to be able to catch him, and Lewis goes off for a massive touchdown run before going into the end of this first half here. So in a blink of an eye, Southern New Mexico is now up 21-0. And Lewis, he can't just get it done with the legs. He's got a heck of an arm as well. As he tries to throw it over the middle, it is incomplete. Is now 2nd and 10. Gonna go to the outside to Jackson. He's broken one big run today, but he's lit up by a Christmas tree. He actually takes quite a shot, though. He looks like he's actually going to be out for a few games. Not sure what exactly he did. Might have sprained something in his knee. But at least it looks like Southern New Mexico won't need his services for the rest of this game, as they are starting to really take off here at the right now. Another touchdown for Southern New Mexico to extend this lead on the Treytown Lions. making it 28-0. As now Lewis going deep, has a man. Seafelt now with a touchdown. He's getting in on the act as well, making it 35-0 in favor of Southern New Mexico. And Trade Sound, man, they are simply just looking shell-shocked right now. They don't know what to do. They can't tell left from right as Lewis gets out for another score. That's a second touchdown run, and it's equally as impressive. And Southern New Mexico taking care of business with ease, win this one by a final score of 52-6 here in their opening game. As now we'll shift over to the second game of this episode. This time we'll take a look at another big Southwest team. Coming in ranked number 10 in the nation, the Texas Catholic Gladiators, going to be hosting the Louisiana Central Bears from the Stars and Stripes Conference. Definitely should be a pretty good one here to watch as well. As we'll go ahead and cut into about midway through the first quarter, as both teams are actually still just feeling each other out a little bit. Neither team has been able to get anything going so far. And now it's 0-0 game. We'll see if James Posey can change that. A 2nd and 10, trying to throw it short over to the right-hand side. That is incomplete, though. So 3rd and 10 coming up for the Gladiators. As Posey again will drop back the pass. This time finding Michael right over the middle and easily picking up the first down here as well. Getting across that 40-yard line. 1st and 10 for the Gladiators. As James Posey now getting into a little bit of a rhythm now as another first down ensues for the Gladiators. As White jumps over a defender. Can't believe I had a little bit of a brain fart right there. That's sexy though. As the freshman Zach White getting another carry right up the gut and taking a shot as well, but picking up a first down on the play as well for the Gladiators. Zach White, of course, being a freshman, having his collegiate debut. Believe he was a top 100 guy as well, but I can't say for sure. But you love to see it though. Freshmen getting early playing time in some of these ACSA college football games here early in season 2. As now we got a first down going once again. As now we got 1st and goal for the Gladiators. Posey dropping back. Louisiana Central sending the blitz. Somehow able to get that pass off, and they're calling roughing the passer on Kevin Shafford. And now 1st and goal. Texas Catholic going to go ahead and capitalize off the roughing the passer penalty. A touchdown for Texas Catholic. Finally sees the first points of the season going to the number 10 team in the nation. And now 7-0. Texas Catholic starting to get momentum here after forcing a free and out on Louisiana Central. But wait a minute, folks. Fristerly gets an interception for the Black Bears. And now they're suddenly in business. After a turnover forced on the play, they now have an opportunity themselves to go ahead and tie this ball game up, going toe-to-toe with the number 10 team in the nation, as Jasper gonna go ahead and scramble out of the pocket, picking up a first down here in the process. Black Bears now just outside of the 30-yard line. And Jasper again thrown to the left-hand side, trying to find his receiver, but it's overthrown. Let him a little bit too much. That led to the incompletion there. Because now we got 2nd and 10. Braden gonna go ahead and run it right up the middle of the field. 3rd and short coming up for Louisiana Central. Need to pick up this first down here. As Jasper again throw to the left-hand side. It's a little bit of a screenplay for Braden, who nearly runs it into the end zone, but still going to be a 1st and goal situation for Louisiana Central. As Jasper now running it into the middle. Spin cycle move that nearly puts them in the end zone here in the process. And now Cole plays later now. Jasper and company trying to run it in. Has a man wide open, but missed him in the end zone. And the Black Bears are going to go for it on 4th down, trying to rely on Braden, but they're going to be just short. They could not get in. So Texas Catholic, they get the goal line stand And now they have to get out of the shadow of their own goal line. They start this drive off all the way at the 1 yard line. So you hate to see it, but at least it seems like they were able to get out of the shadow of their own goal line. But they still have quite a ways to go before they can start worrying about putting some points on the board from this possession. As Posey will throw over the middle, finds Sampson on the quick slant, able to pick up the first down there on the play. That's his second catch of the game. Is now 1st and 10. Posey facing pressure, has to get rid of it. Not sure who he was throwing it to. Surprised they didn't call intentional grounding, because I didn't really see a receiver in the vicinity. But that being said, we still go on, play some football. Zach White taking the carry up the left-hand side for a gain of 5 yards, who's getting involved quite a bit here in his first game. He's done a good job of winning that freshman job. Is now 1st down for the Texas Catholic Gladiators. Now suddenly has them in Black Bear territory. Remember, this was a drive that started all the way on their own 1 yard line. You'll love to see it. Is now 2nd and 13 now. Posey dropping back, throwing short over the left-hand side. Finds Pierce, who goes over 2 defenders. Just lays on their bellies for a couple of seconds. They eventually mark him down, though, at the 10-yard line, leading to a quick pass to Michael, who nearly punches it into the end zone. He's going to be marked just short, down at the 1 yard line. And Zach White going to go ahead, punch it in for the Gladiators. Another touchdown for Texas Catholic. And the failed 4th down conversion by the Black Bears on Texas Catholic 1 yard line turns it into at least a 10-point sling. They would have just settled for a field goal. It would have been just 3-7, but now Texas Catholic, they're really getting something going here. 14-3 now as we move into the second half of play. As Jasper will again throw over the middle on a 3rd and 8. Walton catches it off the bounce, though. A 1st down for Louisiana Central. As now Jasper on the move again. Outside of the red zone, Jasper sliding down and picking up the 1st down here as well. As the Black Bears find themselves back in a goal line situation. But they were stuffed here on 4th down last time they were this close. It's only going to be even harder with illegal procedure on the 14-yard line, but it doesn't matter as Cassidy makes the catch in the back of the end zone. Touchdown, Black Bears. And it's now back down to a 1-possession game as Jasper will go ahead trying to get it to Brandon, but he can't punch it in either. So the conversion is no good. So only a 5-point game, but don't go anywhere though. These Black Bears are certainly going to put up a fight as Feeney almost gets himself into the end zone as well. And all of a sudden, we're only a few yards away here from the Black Bears taking their first lead of the game as Brennan does just that. Touchdown, Black Bears. Louisiana Central, they're going to take their first lead of this game. Granted, they will not get the 2-point conversion, so it's only a 1-point lead. But they still have it here nonetheless. And now they are leading against the number 10 team in the nation as Jasper somehow gets out of that pocket. Texas Catholic even sending the heat, but Jasper still finding a way to get out of there. What an amazing scramble, even though it didn't go for very far ultimately. Now Jasper has his troops on the move here once again. He's got a 3rd and 5 coming up. Jasper dropping back, making some guys miss again. Jasper with a superhuman effort out here on the field. We might be able to see our first big upset live in an ACSA episode versus just seeing it in the sim. Is Louisiana Central going to be the first team to get it done? Is now 1st and 10. Jasper again dropping back. Got a clean pocket to work with. Throwing it to Cassidy over the right-hand side and going to be marked down at about the 2-yard line. Louisiana Central looking to build on the lead as they get it to Bratson into the end zone. Touchdown, Louisiana Central. The Black Bears back at it again with the white vans. And now with the extra point, it becomes an 8-point game And Louisiana Central, man, they are on a 19-0 run here. Texas Catholic really needing to get a spark from somebody as they are in deep in upset alert. We might have it right here, though. 88 down the sideline. He's gone like a girl in a country song. Touchdown, Texas Catholic. And the Gladiators are now just a 2-point conversion away from tying this ball game right back up. As Posey will get it outside to Zach White. He punches it in for the 2-point conversion. And we're all tied back up here once again. We'll see if the Black Bears can come up with some kind of answer after giving up the touchdown on special teams. But for now, this game remains tied at 22 apiece. As now Jasper dropping back. He's looking around. Gonna be making some guys miss. He makes that man look silly before sliding down and picking up a huge first down once again. A good chunk of yards upfield. As Jasper will drop back again and will actually scramble once again as well. Though this time he is tackled from behind, but still moving the chains for Louisiana Central. Last play of the third quarter though. Jasper again trying to throw it. Finally finds a man in Feeney who gets it over the 20-yard line. And the Black Bears starting this fourth quarter, they're going to have it in the red zone here. This is still anybody's game. Usually these early city matchups, they usually benefit, you know, the better team, you know, your ranked teams. But we're not seeing that here, man. Louisiana Central, they put up a fight and, you know, nobody really let them know about that. So, hey, I'm totally cool with that. But now first and goal, Jasper. We're going to punch it in, and he does. Touchdown, Black Bears. Louisiana Central retaking the lead right here. And now 29-25. Texas Catholic still has free timeouts, but we're inside the 5-minute mark. This is crunch time right here. We'll see what this Texas Catholic team is made of. Can they avoid the upset as they throw over the right-hand side to Michael? Glad to come down, make the catch. Does pick up the first down still, though. Is now 1st and 10. Posey dropping back again, going to go ahead. Make two guys miss before he's brought down at the 45-yard line. James Posey, he can make some guys miss too. He's a pretty elusive guy himself. Because now we got another 1st and 10, throwing over in the middle to Sampson. And another first down for Texas Catholic as the Gladiators are on the move. They're going to keep fighting on until the last whistle. As Posey fumbles the football, nearly recovered by Louisiana Central. That would have been huge for this squad. But Texas Catholic narrowly avoiding disaster. And after that incomplete pass, we have 3rd and 16 coming up here as Posey dropping back, throwing the right-hand side, gets it to Shorter, who comes up with a big play right there, converting on the 3rd and 16. And James Posey and company, they get to keep this thing rocking and rolling here as they're only 10 yards away from taking the lead right back. We'll see if they can get it done here. Zach White picks up the first down for the Gladiators. It's now 1st and goal. Posey dropping back. He's looking around. Gonna throw it over to the end zone, but incomplete. Had his man, but threw it just a little too late. And now they'll have to come back and run it again. 5 wide set on a 2nd and goal. Gonna try to throw in the end zone once more. But another incompletion there. Almost intercepted as well. It's now 3rd and goal. Jermaine in the end zone, finding 86 of Scott. Texas Catholic is going to retake the lead here once again. But for good measure, they're going to go for 2 here. If they get the 2-point conversion, that means they have to go for the end zone on Louisiana Central's final drive. In a 4-point game, Louisiana Central, they have to go for the end zone. A field goal is not going to cut it right now. But there's still 1:33 left in this game. Jasper, can he come up with one last game-winning drive? As Celius gets them the first down. They're in Gladiator territory. It's now 2nd and 10. Jasper actually deciding to run with it. A very interesting call. Not something that I would do in this situation, but maybe they got some 200 IQ play stuff going on, setting up to make sure that they have the last play and that they don't give Texas Catholic the ball back. But that being said, last play of the game, Jasper has to run away, and he's sacked on the final play of the game. Collian of Texas Catholic, the defensive back, making a huge play, and Texas Catholic narrowly escapes from the jaws of defeat, winning this game 33-29 against LCU. So for the final game that I have for today's ACSA episode, arguably the best game that we've watched so far here in Season 2, we have the Lake Ozago Ironmen taking on the Warriors of California Calabasas, and I am so excited personally for this matchup. Two teams that both seen postseason action in the previous season, now facing off here in the opener. Lake Ozago, the first group of 5 team to make it to the college football playoff and nearly beat Capital of Tennessee in that playoff game, where Capital of Tennessee, they went on and win the national championship game. But California Calabasas, they're no slouches either, though, as they went and seen postseason action as well. Went to the Ryan Moody Bowl against Mississippi A&M. So we'll see if California Calabasas, they're ready to take the next step, or Lake Ozago is really that good and can potentially be a dynasty out here in the Rocky Mountain Conference in Oregon, as Moore will drop back once again, has some time in the pocket, gonna throw this one deep. He's got a cannon, and we just saw the cannon live here as Ward, huge catch downfield, as Lake Ozago going to go ahead and strike first here, taking an early 7-0 lead against the Warriors of California Calabasas. It's now 3rd and 6. Moore dropping back, gonna look around the pocket a little bit, gonna scramble out of there though, gonna pick up a first down here as well, getting across the 40-yard line. As now we got 1st and 10. Moore dropping back once more, and we got another 7-yard gain on the play. As now we got 2nd and 3 coming up here. Moore again going to go ahead and move upfield, able to get some good broken tackles there as well. Moore early on able to go ahead and get some good work in, and now a goal line situation here awaiting for Lake Ozago. As now we go to 3rd and goal now a couple plays later, as Moore will drop back, throw it to Johnson, trying to dive for the end zone. He's going to be marked a couple of yards shy. His knees were down before he reached out. And a 4th and goal going to go up the middle to Ward. Tough hole to run through, but eventually found the space he needed to find the end zone. Touchdown Ironmen. And Lake Ozago going to go ahead and take an early 14-0 lead here, as the California Calabasas offense, the Warriors could not do anything here early on. So defense really needs to step up here to make sure that this game does not end up going completely out of control. Is now 2nd and 10. Moore dropping back to pass, throws to the left-hand side, has Parham downfield, able to pick up the first down there as well. So now we got another 1st and 10. Moore gonna hand it off to Johnson. Johnson able to pick up 6 yards on the carry there as well, as they continue to move downfield. 2nd and 4 coming up. Moore again moving the ball downfield, has plenty of space to work with, just gonna go ahead and take the open gap. That line opened up, parting like the Red Sea. Is now a couple plays later now, 2nd and 6. Moore picking up another first down with the legs as well, and it's another 1st and goal situation for the Ironmen. As now 8-yard line, Moore throwing to the left-hand side, gets it to Timothy in the end zone. Touchdown Ironmen. And Lake Ozago, we're not even done with the first quarter yet, and they're already proving that their trip to the college football playoff, it was certainly no fluke whatsoever, as Moore gets downfield, get it into first down once again. Just a great way to respond, to the naysayers, to the doubters. But we still have some football left to play. But if they can keep this up, this will be a very good sign here, for Lake Ozago going forward. As again, California Calabasas, they are a very solid football team. So the fact that Lake Ozago is able to knock them up and down the field, as that could have been a touchdown right there. He was wide open. No one probably would have been able to catch him. But instead, it's 2nd and 10. Kareem Moore dropping back the pass here once more. Going to throw it deep downfield again, but it's intercepted by Hoffing. And the Warriors finally get the break that they needed. And that's exactly what they needed to do right there. As now we go ahead. We see if the Warriors can claw themselves back into this thing. They're certainly not going to give up. They were in a similar situation as they were in the Ryan Moody Bowl back in Season 1 when they played against the Mississippi A&M Vipers. And they were still able to, they didn't win the game, but they were able to come back and make it competitive. We'll see if we can at least see the same thing here as they try to go downfield. Has a man, but he can't quite make the grab in double coverage. However, Ransburg of Lake Ozago is going to be called for roughing the passer. So an automatic first down for the Warriors, as we're seeing their best drive yet. Almost getting across midfield for the very first time today. As Nawaga dropping back, going to throw to the right-hand side, but he can't hang on to it. An incomplete pass here once again. Is now 2nd and 10. Nawaga dropping back. He's got time in the pocket. Looking around, going to send this thing deep, but it's intercepted by Hardwick off the deflection. And their best drive ends in failure. So a 27-0 game here as we go into the second half of play. Just nothing has generally gone well for the Warriors here today, but hopefully at the very least, the Warriors can at least get something on the board here. I figured this would be a more competitive matchup than what we're actually seeing right now, but hey, we can't give up on the Warriors just yet, although we do have an incompletion there. As now we got 2nd and 10 coming up now. As now Nawaga dropping back the pass, gonna throw over the middle, finds Brown over the middle for a first down here once again. Warriors are still on the move, as Nawaga will try to throw it once again here. Gonna go ahead, scramble to the outside, gonna pick up the first down and also get a cross midfield here on top of that. As now we got another 1st and 10 once more. Nawaga looking around, gonna throw it to the right hand side. It's nearly intercepted, but thankfully those defensive backs, at least this time around, they did not have Allstate, but because they did not have good hands right there. Although this time around, they're not so lucky. Robbins makes the interception, and it looks like he might be able to return this all the way back. Touchdown, Lake Ozago. A pick 6 for the Ironmen, and they use that momentum to win big in their opener, winning 37-6 here.
So after the conclusion of the Lake Ozago versus California Calabasas game, we'll go ahead and check on some more scores around the ACSA to see, what notable scores happened over the course of week 1 as well. Let's start with this game. Remember when Quinn, New York was a media darling? They were briefly in the top 25, although it fell apart from them from there. Meanwhile, New Mexico Tech, they didn't win a single game. You would think it couldn't get worse for New Mexico Tech, but it gets worse for them. They lose big at home. They lose 49-3. What an embarrassing game for the Conquistadors, who went 0-12 in the inaugural season and start off 0-1 here. Another score that we had on our minds was the Oaksterdam Reefers. They opened up the season against the Especola of New England from the unaffiliated teams, and the Crusaders pull off the upset on the road, beating Oaksterdam by a final score of 15-0. Oaksterdam looking to take a huge free fall all the way down from number 6 that they currently sit at here in the second season of the ACSA. So that being said, let's get ourselves ready to go for a few games that we are going to get ready to go for here on the ACSA, hoping to drop this a couple of days from now. We have the Seattle Cascades coming in ranked number 4 in the nation. They are taking on Hawaii State. Seattle coming in ranked number 4 in the nation, and the defending Big Pacific Conference champion. They're going to be hosting the Rough Waves of the Rocky Mountain Conference. After that, we will get to witness the defending national champions, the capital of Tennessee Bulldogs, who come in this season ranked number 3 in the country. They will play up against the Spring Creek Moose, who are not much of a joke themselves. They are the defending champions of the Stars and Stripes Conference, and it should be a good non-conference game, the second game of Part 3 here in this inaugural week of the ACSA. And then for the final game of Part 3, we have the preseason number 1 team in the nation, the Warwick Rebels. We're going to play host against the Las Vegas Aces. And it should be a good one. We'll see what kind of revenge tour that Warwick can go on. Losing their starting quarterback in the semifinal game. Their backup losing in the national championship game last season, the capital of Tennessee. They got all of their guys back and healthy, ready to go. We'll see if Las Vegas has a prayer in keeping up with these guys. But that being said, that is going to wrap up today's ACSA episode. And if you enjoyed the content here today, do me a favor and smash that like button. Leave a comment for me down below. And if you're brand new, do me a favor and please smash that like button as well as hit subscribe as well. Until then, I hope you guys are all out there having a wonderful day. Take care, everybody.